This is your closure. When you still look for closure with an ex, maybe you are waiting until they have changed, or maybe you wait for an apology. Maybe you wait until they become the perfect parent for your children. Whatever it is that drains your energy, that is your closure. You need to close the door. If you don't close the door, then you keep yourself in the past. And there, automatically, you keep yourself in a false future you have imagined with that person. You need to close the doors, and then you start to grieve the losses of that relationship. And there you start to heal. Because when you close the door, there is always a process of grief. But within that grief, you start to acknowledge the losses you have experienced. And then you make room for something new and something better. So closure is so important, but your mind, it seeks closure from a person. No, you don't have to get any closure from anyone. You get the closure by feeling what drains you. There is the closure. So that's the same when you meet someone. You don't know that person, but they awakened like a feeling within yourself, like, wow, they are flirting with me. They like me. Wow, I get the attention I desperately need right now. And then the whole connection, it gives you uncertainty. It gives you confusion. Like there is no clarity. You don't even know that person. You think like, oh, I like that person. Oh, I'm in love. I think I'm in love with that person. But you don't even know that person. You never talk with that person, or maybe a little bit with like, hi, how are you? Yes, I'm great. You don't know that person. So when you say, oh, that person awakened a love within myself, and now I'm in love with that person. But when you doubt the connection, like there is no certainty at all, that person is not clear, you are not clear, maybe you are not understanding the things that person is doing, but whatever it is, if that connection feeds uncertainty, misalignment and confusion, then that's your closure. My advice is stop playing games. You need to look at what you feel. You don't need to be busy with what a person is doing or what a person is not doing. Also, if you just met someone, don't create a false future with that person because you don't know that person. You don't. You only create an attachment. So when you become aware that you are doing it, then you need to look at that future. What is it that you need from that person? Most of the times you just want to be picked. You want to be accepted. You want to be appreciated. You are looking for approval. So your self-worth becomes attached to that person. And that's the reason why you feel rejected. When, I don't know, after months playing the games of do you like me or do you not like me, then they reject you. Then you say, oh, I feel rejected. But you never even had a normal conversation with that person. Or maybe you told that person your truth. And they gave you silence, distance. Then also that's your closure. Understand that true love is clarity. It's growth. It is alignment. Always, before you feel like, oh, I'm in love with someone you don't even know. No, first, know someone. You first need to know someone. You first need to look if your values are a match. If that person is aligned with your future. So first, place yourself in the future, but only with yourself. And then the people who are aligned with that version of you will be a match. But you need to leave everyone who's not. And maybe that is hard advice, but really that is what I've learned in life. Dare you choose self-love, dare you choose self-respect, dare you choose your own self-worth and your values. Don't fall in love with someone you don't even know. I don't believe any longer in the happy afters. In all the fairy tales, in the Disney movies. Like, I don't want to create stories of my future with someone I'm attached to. Like, I need that person to become my future self. No, I first place myself in my future. I create the life there that I desire. And I become that person. And there I know my values. There I know my self-worth. And everyone I meet in life, like, I can like someone just because of their presence. Or maybe they are handsome or whatever. That's totally fine. But I'm also okay with that person leaving my life. Because you know what? If you just see someone and you start to desire that person because of the way they make you feel, then that desire itself is coming from the need to be chosen, to be loved, to be liked, to be picked. You place a person on a pedestal maybe because you think like, oh, they are hot, they are handsome. So you only love that person by their appearance or by the way they made you feel. That's not enough. Because when that connection only brings you uncertainty and misalignment, then that's your closure. Yes, but they are so hot. Maybe they like me. And you start chasing that person. You lose yourself because you make your whole world about that person. And then you say, oh, I feel abandoned. No, that's self-abandonment. And self-abandonment, that's also closure.